Right, YouTube. Right. What I've been looking for, on and off, for quite a while, was a renewable, sustaining light for my overnight wild camping bag, stroke my bug out bag. Um, I got a battery lantern and a battery headlight and candles. Really, it's what I normally use for lighting. Oh, and the battery glow sticks, which are great because it's cheaper to buy new batteries for my glow sticks than it is to buy sort of snap glow sticks, as they only last like a couple of hours. The normal glow sticks and the battery ones last about 24 hours. But on and off, I keep looking at solar lights. I would love something like this, but they've got that big lip there. They're a funny shape. They're not very compact or robust to sort of shove into a bug out bag. Um, they're normally designed for what they do, lighting up the ground area like that there in the garden, so you can see where you're walking. Um, and because of that, they've all got these frilly little skirts on the top, and they're hard to pack. They'll snap off. I wanted something that was solid, a solid state, with no protruding parts. Um, and they're all pretty much like the umbrella or Victorian lantern design like that there. I can't pack that into my bag. The shape of it is ugly. So I spent ages trying to find the right one. I was also toying with the idea. If I could just sketch out quickly, bear with me. Of using like my solar panel. I've got a little 1.8 watt 12 volt panel. Looks sort of like that. What I was going to do is turn it on its side, lay it down, and then get a battery caddy or case for 10 AA batteries to make it 12 volt, so rechargeable batteries. Yeah, do that again. It's going to stick all the batteries on the bottom, wire it directly to the panel, put a 12 volt car cigarette lighter adapter there, a little light at that end with like a little switch, and then case it all off together, and then I'll have like a solid state device that would charge itself, have power in there. The side view would be like that end. I'd have like a little LED or a row of LEDs or some sort of light, and on the other end, just literally a cigarette lighter adapter, so I can plug in more lights. I can, charge the device that way. Plug in my phone, or maybe even that and the wrong one, and cigarette lighter lead and a USB, maybe to charge devices and run external stuff. But that's sort of the side view, transparent, if you get me. Little light, little switch, battery array, and then a cigarette lighter adapter. But the problem I've got with that is, I could break it, it could bend and snap. Won't take up much room in the bag. So I'm still going to work on that idea. I was after basically some sort of look at me drawing. We can do this. Some sort of hard plastic case. I've got a briefcase, but I don't think it's hard plastic enough, and probably a little bit too big, about twice the size. Some sort of case, really, that I could put the solar panel in, all the stuff in there, have the sockets and lights on the side, and then I can close it up, and that'll protect the solar panel a bit, because I don't want that getting broken in my bag, which it probably will do. So I can put it all into a case, shut the lid, or even that, with a lid over the case, or just a bit of hard plastic, or I don't know, something. That would probably work. But then I finally found a solar light. There's the solar light. It's got a bit of black tape at the bottom now. Standard it looks like that. There's a little black spike that goes on the bottom so you can spike it into the ground. Well, that's been modified as well. Simple, it's waterproof, it's solid state. It's just a bit bigger than a can of Coke. Probably about 1.5 inches longer or taller. Dimensions, that's probably about 3 inches. 2.5 inches by about 4.5, 2.5 by 4.5 inches. So it's small, compact, very light. And again, it's waterproof. I can leave it outside if need be. Sorry, water resistant. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. So what I've done really is I bought this solar light. Because I like it. It hasn't got like the lip off the top. That could snap off. You know, it's a nice size and shape. Right, the top comes off. So if I move this bit to tin foil, I'll show you what I've done. Proper job. Right. I've tin foiled up aluminium foil, or whatever it's called in other countries. And I've tin foiled up the back of it, and the little spike that goes in the ground, I've, instead of inserting it in the hole that way, I've inserted it in the hole that way and covered that in aluminium foil, tin foil, aluminium foil, kitchen foil, whatever you want to call it. Just use Pritt stick, glue, to glue it on there, and the same on there. Just glued it in. It's got a switch on there. There it is, at the top there, on and off. But the main thing is, you know, if I use a candle in my tent, there's risk of fire. If it's airtight tent, carbon monoxide poisoning, you know, and candles have to constantly be replaced or made. You know, spend £4 or £5 on a packet of candles, may last a couple of days, or spend £4 or £5 on one of these, and it should in theory last a long time. Obviously, it's not going to last forever, but I reckon I'll get a lot more use out of it than a candle. Same with my battery headlight. It's just an LED headlight. I can use it as a torch or lantern. I normally get 2 or 3 days out of it before the batteries are dead. So I've got to keep charging the batteries. I hate taking them out of the bag, charging them up, putting them back in the bag. If the thing accidentally gets turned on, you know, it's flat, and if I'm out for 2 days, I've got no light, or I've got to take spare batteries, and it's palaver. This takes no spare needs no spare batteries. If it goes flat, no big deal. It will charge up for the day. I can leave it outside. It's just for a bit of low light in the tent. I don't want anything super bright. Obviously, it just kills your night vision. So when you want to walk out the tent, you can't see if it's too bright inside. And that's it, really. With the tin foil accessories, helps protrude the light, protrude the front of it a bit better. Again, tin foil at the top, so it helps bounce the light down. And then the tin foil and the spike probably doesn't do a lot, but you know, I might get another 4% performance out of it. It's not a great deal extra, but it's better than it was. So I've got myself a nice, I can pack that into my bag a lot better than I can pack something like that. You know, the shape of it, the dimensions, the surface areas, all horrible angles, and you know, a bit of a nightmare to pack. Funny shapes. So I didn't really need to spike. I don't need to spike it into the ground in the tent, especially if I'm using a ground sheet. You know, I can just stick that on my bed, on my bag, on a mesh tin, on the ground. I can put it outside the tent if I haven't got a fire, so I can find my way back. That's it, really. Yeah, slightly modified solar garden lantern to use in my bug out bag and for overnight wild camping. There we go. Alright, thanks for watching YouTube. Catch you on the next video.